But if you are a teacher and you have a vehicle and your neighbor doesn't have a vehicle, to you or to him, you are a dynasty. So let's not just talk about dynasties in terms of leadership. So the people who are perpetuating this narrative of dynasty versus the hustler, they should know very, very clearly that they want to destroy this country. And there is no way we are going to allow this. The second thing is that the president was also very categorical, that there is time for everything. He has a job to do. He made commitments in 2017 to deliver on the road infrastructure, to deliver on our railway, to deliver on the health sector. But it's unfortunate that the people who are elected with him are not supporting him. Look, he just gave us a snap view of the many things that we expect to get in future. BBI, he was very categorical. Let the people read the BBI. And for us, as members of parliament and the other leaders, we also do our part to make sure that we enlighten our people on the benefits, the many benefits that are in BBI. We know for sure that the president said, at the moment, we are doing the verification of signatures. The next stage is to take this bill to the county assemblies. And it is by law that the county assemblies are obliged to do public participation. Public participation means that you go to their villages and distribute the copies and ask the people down there whether they support the bill or not. So Kenyans will have two opportunities to vote for this bill. One, when we are doing the public participation, and finally when we will have the referendum. So we are happy that the president came out clear to say that despite all the challenges, despite all the issues, the noise, work is being done in the country and people can actually see that the president is working. But we want to challenge those who are charged in supporting the president, those who are supposed to be the principal assistant of the president. They should live to the oath that they took in Kasarani.
I am very, very, very happy that the president has been able to make clear some issues. First and foremost is the issue of the hustler versus dynasty narrative. It is important. Yesterday, I was very happy to hear the Provost of All Saints Cathedral raising that issue in church and raising how dangerous that narrative is, because that narrative at a very local level means that if you have a bigger car than mine, if you have a car and I have a motorbike, if you have a motorbike and you have a bicycle, if you have a bicycle and you don't have anything, then automatically those two groups become hustlers versus dynasties. The problem we have with that narrative as well is that it is very, very easy, as the president shown when he was in Western recently. The minute you agree that a certain family can be a dynasty and benefit as a dynasty, then you're telling us that tomorrow if I decide to wake up and say that it is not actually the family that is a dynasty, it is a certain tribe, then that narrative will carry. What if people wake up today and they say that the dynasties in Kenya are the Kalenjins and the Kikuyus because they have been president? What is going to happen? So it is important, and the president has raised that, and I'm so happy that he actually flagged it. Some of my colleagues were hoping that he would actually get to the point when he would say it is actually not, it's illegal to use those phrases, because we are stoking conflict, and we think it is a joke. We are out there telling people that you are poor because so and so is rich, and if you take from what he has, then you are going to become rich. That conversation is very, very dangerous. We are seeing it happening. Recently, I heard of a story of somebody whose car got burnt after he had an accident with people from Boda riders. And some of the chants that were being made when that car was being burnt is that he's a dynasty. That is a guy who has worked, most probably taken a loan to buy that vehicle to serve his family. And just because somebody has decided to misinterpret a narrative that is being pushed by the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya to decide that because you have more things than me, then you must be a dynasty and I must take what you have and take it. The problem with the dynasty, again, the problem with the hustler narrative is that nobody is telling the hustler what he needs to do to stop being a hustler.